The quarterly board meeting was already tense when Kaito Hayashi pushed open the heavy glass door.
Kaito Hayashi, you've been leaking our trade secrets to Neotech. We have proof. Forged emails, financial trails, all pointing to you. The board demands your immediate resignation.
So this was her plan all along. Predictable.
Without a word, Kaito pulled out his phone. 3 deliberate taps, and a confirmation flashed, shares transferred. Every board member's screen lit up with the same alert. Takeover by Neotech, effective immediately.
You wanted a scapegoat, Akira. Now you have no company to ruin.
He slid his chair back and walked toward the door, leaving Akira frozen, her empire crumbling in real time. In the empty elevator, his phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. That was the most attractive thing I have ever seen. "We need to talk." Kaito sat alone in his dark apartment, the phone still in his hand, the message burning into his mind.
Who saw the meeting? How could anyone find that attractive?
An hour later, Kaito found himself at Bar Taro, the familiar clink of glasses, a small comfort.
You look like you have seen a ghost. Sit down and tell me what happened.
Akira accused me of leaking secrets in front of the board, so I sold my 51%. It is over.
You did what? That is huge, Kaito. How do you feel?
Before Kaito could answer, his phone buzzed again with another message from the unknown number. "Meet me tomorrow at the park. 10 a.m. I have evidence against Akira."
Evidence? It could be a trap, but I have nothing left to lose.
He typed back a single word. "Okay." The next morning, Kaito walked through the park, his eyes landing on a woman in glasses. Waiting on a bench is waiting on a bench.
You came. I am Yuki Mori from the legal department of your former company.
Legal? You said you have evidence against Akira. Show me.
She handed him a manila folder, her hand steady as he flipped through the pages.
Forged emails, backdated financial trails. Akira fabricated the entire trade secret leak to force you out.
This is detailed. But why would a legal associate risk everything to help me? Why are you doing this? What do you get out of it?
Because I believe in justice. I have watched her destroy people, including you. I want to stop her.
She seems genuine, but I have been burned before. I will watch her closely.
After a long pause, Kaito gave a single nod. They would work together for now. Inside Yuki's cramped legal office, they spread the documents across the desk and dug deeper.
Look at this. Minutes from a closed board session where Akira proposed installing Ryo Nakamura as COO immediately after your removal.
Ryo, the boyfriend. She always planned to replace me with him.
The next document was an internal memo from Akira himself, detailing merger negotiations with Neotech, dated 2 months before the accusation.
She was plotting this long before the board meeting, using the trade secret lie to justify a merger she already set in motion.
Before Yuki could respond, Kaito's phone rang, Akira's number flashing on the screen.
Stop your little investigation, Kaito, or I will sue you for breach of fiduciary duty. I have the board's full support.
As Kaito hung up, Yuki's own phone pinged with a message from her department head.
They are ordering me to drop this case. If I continue, I could lose my job.
Then we work faster. We have enough to expose her, but we need an airtight case before she silences us.
The next morning, Kaito and Yuki watched from across the street as a black sedan pulled up to the company's entrance.
That is CEO Tanaka's car. The merger documents listed this exact vehicle.
Tanaka stepped out, flanked by aides, his stern gaze sweeping over the building as if he already owned it.
Ryo, make sure the conference room is perfect. We cannot afford to seem weak in front of him.
She is scared. Tanaka is not a partner. He is the one calling the shots now.
While they watched, Yuki's laptop pinged with an encrypted file from a contact inside the company. The file contained a photograph, Akira and Tanaka shaking hands at a private club dated 4 months ago.
They planned this from the beginning. The leak accusation was a staged distraction for the merger.
We need to expose this before the merger finalizes. Once Tanaka has full control, our evidence means nothing.
The enemy had just grown tenfold. It was no longer just Akira, it was Neotech and its entire legal arsenal. Kaito walked into the lobby of his former company, his phone's recording app already activated.
You actually came back. Here for an apology, Kaito.
One chance. Confess the trade secret leak was fabricated, or I send these documents to every news outlet.
You have zero proof. And once the merger is finalized, my legal team will bury you in defamation suits.
She mentioned the merger. That was the slip I was waiting for.
Outside, a process server handed Kaito a legal summons. Defamation suit filed an hour ago. While Kaito read the summons, Yuki was deep in the company's archival room, flashlight in hand.
This email, it is backdated. Akira first proposed the Neotech merger 11 months ago. This ties the entire conspiracy together. We can finally take her down.
She forwarded the email to Kaito. His phone buzzed with the critical proof as the defamation hearing loomed. Yuki dug deeper into Ryo Nakamura's employment records. What she found stopped her cold.
Kaito, Rio embezzled funds 3 years ago. Akira covered it up. There's a signed affidavit in the HR vault.
That evening, they waited in the parking garage where Ryo parked his luxury convertible.
We know about the embezzlement, Rio. Cooperate with us, or that record goes public.
Wait, you cannot. That was years ago. She said it was buried.
Give us a sworn statement about Akira's merger plans. In exchange, we will push for immunity on the embezzlement.
Fine. I will tell you everything. Just promise me a deal in writing.
He will flip again the moment Akira pressures him. But this is all we have.
Even a shaky witness is better than none. We have to take the risk.
Rio signed the affidavit with trembling hands. Their case was stronger, but the chain was only as strong as its weakest link. Back in Yuki's office, the signed affidavit felt heavier than it should.
Kaito, I have to confess something. I should have told you the first day. Chairman Ito sent me to watch you. He wanted to know if you would retaliate.
So your help was just another assignment. I was a fool to trust you.
He stood up, chair scraping the floor, and headed for the door without another glance.
Wait, yes, it started as a job, but when you sold those shares, I saw something extraordinary. I had to help the real you.
His hand froze on the handle. Her voice was raw, desperate, and for the first time, unguarded.
And I found this. Board meeting minutes from before the accusation. Ito and the others voted to support Akira's false charges.
The entire board was part of the conspiracy. It was never just her.
Slowly, he turned. The alliance was battered, but now the target was unmistakable.
Akira, I did not want to, but they forced me. I signed a statement about the merger.
You pathetic coward. After everything I covered up for you, I will crush them before they can use it. Get me the judge on the line. I need an emergency restraining order against Kaito Hayashi.
A cease and desist for the entire investigation. They are shutting us down completely.
An hour later, Kaito stood on the rooftop, a fresh restraining order in his hand, barring him from his own company.
She ordered the legal system to box me out of my own life. Maybe I should just leave the country.
Kaito, do not run. If you flee now, she wins forever. We have evidence, we just need to outlast her.
Yuki is right. Running would mean they were right about me. I refuse to be their ghost. Then we fight harder. Meet me at the bar. We need a new plan.
The restraining order was a cage, but it also clarified the battlefield. They had every reason to flee, and one reason to fight. Kaito pushed open the familiar door of Bar Taro, where Yuki was already waiting in a corner booth.
So you are the one who helped him. Good. Now, Kaito, tell me, are you going to let a piece of paper stop you?
It is not just paper, Taro. She has the board, the legal system, and Neotech behind her.
Remember why you built that company. It was never about money or power. You wanted to change people's lives.
A memory surfaced, a younger Kaito in a cramped garage, sketching circuit diagrams with two friends, dreaming of a tech firm that would innovate.
While you were on your way here, I filed an emergency injunction. The merger is frozen until the hearing.
She slid a legal document across the table, a temporary stay that could buy them weeks.
Weeks to raise enough capital to buy back the shares from Neotech ourselves. That is insane.
Then we make the public our investors. A crowdfunding campaign. We share the truth and let them decide.
Kaito stared at the city lights outside. The campaign would expose everything and either destroy them or give them back their future. Kaito recorded a video from his apartment, laying out the entire conspiracy and the buyback campaign. The upload button was a leap of faith. Within minutes, Yuki tracked the video metrics from her laptop. The view count ticked up slowly. The first comments rolled in, another disgruntled ex-employee. Probably just a gold digger. The skepticism was universal.
How dare he go public? Ryo, get our PR team to flood the comments. Discredit him completely.
By evening, the campaign had raised less than 1% of its target. The numbers felt like a death sentence.
Is this really going to work? The whole world thinks I am a fraud.
Wait. Look at this donation. It is from an employee ID. And there is a message.
The note attached read, "I've worked in the engineering department for 3 years. Kaito built our team with his bare hands. He deserves better." Another donation came in, then another, each with a short story of how Kaito had helped an employee personally. The campaign had stalled, but it had found its heart. The company's own workers had become its loudest defenders. That night, Yuki received a coded message from Miss Sato, Cafe Rosso. Noon. Alone.
I was threatened by Ito and Akira. They said they would ruin my family's business if I did not vote with them. This folder contains the original board minutes proving the conspiracy. I cannot stay silent any longer.
If you give us this, Akira will come after you. Are you prepared for that?
I have lived with this guilt for months. It is time the truth came out. I will testify if needed.
The folder was scanned and uploaded. The document showed Chairman Sigmund Ito's signature approving the false charges.
This is the missing link. It exposes the entire board, not just Akira.
Within an hour of the leak, the campaign's funding jumped to 40%, then 50%.
Kaito, we just crossed 60%. People are demanding justice now.
But in Akira's office, fury boiled over. She knew exactly who leaked the minutes, and she would make an example of her. Akira called an emergency press conference, her face a mask of righteous fury.
Miss Sato forged those board minutes to protect Kaito Hayashi. The board has voted to remove her immediately.
The headlines were brutal. Sato was publicly labeled a rogue agent, the board's integrity seemingly restored.
Kaito, the campaign has stalled at 65%. Without momentum, we will never reach the goal.
That night, Kaito set up his phone camera, eyes raw with exhaustion, and pressed record.
I am not asking for charity. I ask for justice. This company was my life. If it dies from lies, then everything I believed was a lie.
The video spread like wildfire. Employees shared it, strangers shared it, and the donation counter exploded.
Kaito, 80%, 90%. It is skyrocketing.
By dawn, the campaign had shattered the 90% mark, with 2 days left before the shareholder meeting. But the final 10% was the steepest climb, and Akira was not finished. That evening, the break room buzzed as engineers planned a tech fair for justice, coding marathons, app auctions, and skill sales.
Kaito, the employees are organizing their own fundraiser. They are calling it Code for Kaito.
Social media lit up with live streams of developers building apps, donations pouring in with every line of code.
Shut it down. This violates every company policy.
But the order was meaningless. The event was off-property, and the employees were on personal leave.
They are all risking their jobs for me. I cannot let this fail.
Kaito, wake up. We did it. The campaign just hit 100%. The shareholder meeting is in 2 hours.
Kaito adjusted his tie, the same one he wore on the day he founded the company, while Yuki handed him the legal documents.
No matter what happens in there, thank you. Without you, I would have run.
You would have done the same for me. Now, let us go remind them who built this company.
Kaito and Yuki entered the boardroom with a folder of evidence and the weight of thousands of small investors.
I am here to buy back my shares with public funds and to present evidence of fraud by CEO Akira, Takeda, and Chairman Ito.
This is ridiculous. You are a disgraced former employee with a vendetta. No one will believe your forgeries.
We have the original board minutes signed by Ito and 3 others, showing approval of the false charges. It is over.
Enough. This has become a PR disaster. I will sell back the shares at the crowd-funded price before Neotech is dragged further into the mud.
Akira shot up, but before she could protest, the boardroom doors swung open. Police officers stepped in. Akira Takeda, you are under arrest for corporate fraud, forgery, and conspiracy. Her face crumpled as the cuffs clicked. Tanaka signed the share transfer without another word. Kaito's company was his own again. Outside the boardroom, employees erupted in cheers as the news hit their phones. Justice had been served.
This is what it feels like to win, but the real work starts now.
Kaito stood before the assembled employees, their cheers slowly fading into expectant silence.
2 weeks ago, I was an accused traitor. Today, because of all of you, we reclaimed what was stolen, but my place isn't in this office anymore. I am appointing the head of engineering as interim CEO, effective immediately. As for me, Yuki and I are launching a new venture, Hayashi and Mori Innovations.
We want to build something from scratch. No boardroom conspiracies, no backroom deals, just innovation.
The room erupted in applause, many employees wiping away tears. Later, in the sparse new office, Kaito and Yuki looked out at the city, the future finally theirs to shape.
No more hiding, no more lies. We can actually build something that lasts.
He trusted me when no one else did. Whatever comes next, we will face it together.
The old company was safe. A new chapter was about to begin. The next week, a venture capitalist who had followed the campaign agreed to a meeting.
The terms are fair. We will have enough funding to run for a year without outside pressure.
They signed the lease for a small office in a renovated warehouse, their first true headquarters.
It is not much, but it is ours. No board, no schemes, just us.
That evening, they cracked open a bottle of cheap champagne amidst a sea of unpacked boxes.
To Hayashi and Mori Innovations, may we outlast every one of our enemies.
Their glasses met. In the quiet that followed, Kaito's gaze lingered on her for a breath too long.
She has been the best thing to come out of this nightmare. Do I tell her?
He leaned closer, but before he could speak, Yuki's phone blared an alarm, a reminder for her law review submission.
Sorry, I completely forgot the deadline for my article. Talk about bad timing.
Outside the new office, a frail figure waited in the shadows. Akira, out on bail, looked nothing like the CEO she used to be.
Kaito, please. I lost everything. I know I destroyed your life, but I am begging you, forgive me.
You did not destroy my life, Akira. You tried, but you failed. Now, there is nothing left to say.
I only did it because I was scared of losing the company. It was never personal.
It was personal to me, but I have moved on. You should do the same.
Just then, Yuki stepped out of the office, her presence like a shield at Kaito's side.
You are the one who helped him. You were nothing but a junior legal clerk.
Kaito took Yuki's hand without a word. The gesture said everything his silence did not. They walked away together, leaving Akira collapsed on the sidewalk, her empire and her hope reduced to rubble.
It is finally over. I am free.
Months passed. Hayashi and Mori Innovations grew from a 2-person startup to a team of 30. They won a National Ethics in Business Award. The same industry that once condemned Kaito now applauding him. Through it all, Yuki was by his side. Late nights, strategy sessions, quiet dinners that felt like something more. One evening, Kaito found a handwritten note resting on his keyboard. I meant what I said that day. We need to talk. E.
That day, the text message. She is finally ready to say it out loud.
He looked toward her office, the door slightly ajar, soft light spilling out.
It took a boardroom betrayal and a stranger's text to find the one person who never stopped believing in me.
In that moment, Kaito remembered the first message she sent, the message that started everything. He smiled, folded the note into his pocket, and walked toward her door. He found her on the rooftop, the same place they had planned their strategy weeks ago.
I was hoping you would come. Remember the first time we spoke? I texted you from the elevator.
How could I forget? The most attractive thing you had ever seen. I thought you were crazy.
I fell for you that exact moment. When you sold your shares without flinching, I knew you were someone special.
She said it first. Now it is my turn. Yuki, I have been hiding from feelings for a long time. But you made me want to stop hiding.
Kaito.
He cupped her face, and as the sun melted into the horizon, their lips met for the first time. The city sprawled beneath them, indifferent and beautiful, as they held each other like a promise.
You were right, Yuki. We needed to talk. And I am so glad we finally did.
A week later, the two of them sat in a cozy cafe, their hands gently intertwined across the table.
To think, if I hadn't sent that impulsive text, we might never have spoken a word to each other.
Impulsive? You called me the most attractive thing you had ever seen. That was quite bold, even for you.
It was true. And it worked, didn't it? I definitely got your attention that day.
As they shared a laugh, Kaito's phone buzzed. The screen lit up with yet another unknown number. The message displayed on the screen read, "Saw the news. You two make a great team. Sato."
It's from Miss Seto. She says she's been following our story and is happy for us.
That's wonderful to hear. I am glad she's doing well. She was brave to help us.
From a threatening text to a congratulatory one, our story really has come full circle, hasn't it?
They paid the bill and stepped out into the warm afternoon sun, hand in hand, ready for whatever the future held. They arrived at the Hayashi and Mori Innovations building just as the afternoon light hit the glass facade.
I still can't get used to seeing our names up there. It feels surreal.
After everything we went through, I think we've earned a little surreal.
They stepped into the lobby, pausing before the illuminated company logo etched on the wall.
All of this, it started because someone tried to destroy me. Without that, I never would have known Yuki. Never would have become who I am.
He glanced at Yuki, her eyes reflecting the same quiet pride.
That boardroom was where my old company died and where my real life started.
She took his hand again, and they walked deeper into the building, ready for another day. The door closed behind them with a soft click, a final punctuation mark on a story of loss, betrayal, and unexpected love.